Hey everyone, so I got home a little earlier tonight and I just had to do a video of this because, truth is stranger than fiction. And I think if you watch my channel, you'll know that my son was a musician and we did meet Ace Frehley in 2014 backstage. And Ace was known for his laugh. That's why I started the video off with him laughing. I mean, it was just, had this contagious laugh. But the thing is, I think he'd really be laughing right now in a certain kind of way because, believe it or not, the race is on to be buried next to Ace Frehley or entombed next to Ace Frehley. So, quick story short, Ace Frehley passed away in October, that just passed, October 2025, the 13th or whatever day it was. And there was speculation. I mean, everyone knew he'd be buried probably in Woodlawn Cemetery because he always stayed local to the Bronx in terms of his roots, and his parents are buried in Woodlawn. So that was kind of a foregone conclusion. And so someone had put a picture of the crypt up there. Turned out it wasn't the right one. And then a friend of mine had shown me some video that he had done for me. And actually, believe it or not, that was the wrong one. But anyway, it was actually around the corner from that. It was very close to it. So long story short, there's actually, so I could show you a picture now. I'll put a picture up of it in this next frame. So as of today, November 29, 2025, Ace's crypt has been etched. So there's no doubt about where Ace Frehley is buried or cremated, or, I mean, he's not cremated, where he's entombed. It's such a difficult thing to get straight. He's actually on the bottom level. He's above ground, obviously, in a mausoleum, but there's like four, I guess, crypts or whatever you want to call it, and he's at the lowest one, let's just say. And they're all about the same price. I have a price list here. I was trying to figure out, I wanted to put something up here because people will probably be like, well, how much is it really? I really don't know. According to the cemetery, it's about $6,400, but it's probably a little more than that. But anyway, people are racing now to call the cemetery because they noticed from the video that this one guy had done that there's an empty one next to Ace, and there's probably a lot of empty ones in that building. It's the Woodlawn Conservatory. I have pictures of it here. I forget the exact name of it, but it's up here. I'll put it in here right now. And Woodlawn Cemetery is very reminiscent. I was only in there once, and I grew up next to or 3 blocks away from Greenwood Cemetery, which is similar. They were both built around the same time, I think in the mid 1800s. And I think Greenwood's actually older than that. That was built like in 1803 or something. But anyway, they're both kind of really fancy, nice Victorian cemeteries. And I say nice because they do lots of tours in there. There's lots of famous people buried in both of them. Now, as for instance, I think Ace is probably the most popular person, or at least famous in a sense, because where he's buried in Woodlawn, they have Mr. Woolworth from the Woolworth stores is buried in there. Miles Davis, the musician, is buried in there. J.C. Penney, James Cash Penney, is buried in Woodlawn. It's a who's who, and I'll put a list up on this next one. It's a well-known fact that Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, they're really good marketers. They'll market anything. But I just recently found this out that you could actually buy a Kiss casket. Yes, a Kiss casket that's literally well-painted and actually looks pretty darn good. I don't know if I'd want one, but you could actually buy a Kiss casket. So with the thought of all these people scrambling to get buried next to Ace Frehley, I guess if that's what you were able to accomplish and you buy that casket, I mean, who knows? I mean, this is a picture of it. Check it out.